Okay. 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 Okay.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up? What's up? What's up? Think we got all mics on. Yep. What's going on, y'all? Okay, so everything's up. Go ahead and get started with this next of the day. Hope everybody's having a wonderful weekend. No, today is TGIF. It is TGIF, right? No, today is Thursday. Today Thursday, y'all. Today Thursday. I'm a little off, y'all. I've been doing a couple of podcasts and working toward this whole streaming live thing, so it's taking me a couple of minutes to go ahead and I guess adapt to my surroundings, if you will. But it's coming, it's coming. And today we on Nexa, so you guys caught me at a time when I was still bringing everything up. Had one of my cousins come through this morning, drink a cup of coffee with me to make sure I got insight on some of the things I need to be doing. He's just talking to me real quick. As you guys can see, I got a whole lot of clips. That's why I said we're gonna be doing this, y'all. We're gonna be doing this. We're gonna do book 1 and 2. Who's that? Fang? Fang ain't ready yet. Who is this? And my apologies, y'all. That last one we had last week with Karma, that was weird, right? That was really weird. All right. That was like weird, weird, weird. All right, but today, where's my hat at? Oh, I was saying I'm gonna use the ruler from now on. That way I can talk into both mics at one time. Okay. Mic is on, mic is on, mic is on. All right. All right, y'all. We about to get ready to go hot. Welcome back, everybody. Generally, I do a welcome today. Welcome to Flux Vision. I'm W.O. White the third. As you can see, I'll be here. I'll be your facilitator, your guide through the Flux Continuum. Flux Continuum. Flux stands for the first line of defense for unprecedented extremes. Okay, break it down first. Line of defense, and it's more of a military cliche, right? It's an acronym, line of defense in itself. It's an acronym within an acronym. And then it's for unprecedented. So the U, right? Extreme, yeah, it spells with an E, but I'm extreme in it, okay? With the X, right? Um, but yeah, y'all, we here to get into what we're doing today. And today we'll be talking about let me see, can I add one more so I can have some videos passing by while you guys are actually watching. So let me go into my desktop. There we go. I want to say screensaver. I think that'll work. Yes, y'all. I could have went in there and prettied it up, but I didn't. Okay. Let's see if this runs. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. So I'm gonna let a little previews happen before, as I do my recap. And we have to recap over got the books here. And let's go ahead and begin the recap. What transpired last week was I gotta look it up. So we actually moving, y'all. We're in book two now. We're in book two. Okay. We're in book two. And remember the senior order, right? When book two opened, we got a senior order, right? The physical representation of order, right? Like order, chaos, right? Order in the physical realm of reality. And we happen to live in the physical realm of reality. Okay. So can I get y'all up in here? Um, and whatnot, yeah, welcome, everyone, welcome. But whatnot, I might be moving to yeah, I don't want to talk about how I'm gonna be moving, but I will be moving, y'all. Patreon will be the next big thing that I do. All right. Patreon will be the next big thing that I do. And once I get that up and pushing, I'll be pushing that extremely hard. My streams have to go. It's a one-man army, right? It's a one-man shop right now. And I do have a team, and the team help out in other avenues. They don't help out in the creativity and all this, specific type of work. Like I have a CEO that takes care of the actual business side. I do some of that too, but she takes care of the business side. And she's like the saleswoman, right? She's the one that goes when we vend and whatnot and make sure the sales get made. And then we have a social media guy, right, who comes and prioritizes and helps me um, get this, get this right, get this correct. This whole streamline thing, right? He helps me streamline the social media, what I need to say, how I need to say it, and be convincing enough so you guys will be like, oh, this is what we're doing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then, be infectious, basically, so you guys will come onto the team and start helping me out. Okay, so look, this was a quick recap, y'all. Intech is the senior order now. It bypassed Adam, right? And it came straight to Intech. So balance, right? Libra. He is the celestial. Let me put that on. He is the celestial. Where we at? Intech. So Intech is the senior order, right? And he is the representation of order in the physical realm. Now, Intech, he became and then he gave orders to his other people. He said, hey, so he told FaZe, go to Krenayar's Crane, Russia, basically go to Russia, right? And there are four alien invaders that have landed outside of the or in close proximity to the Titan Shield facilities, which are facilities that here on the surface project a white noise barrier around the world. Okay, and then, yeah, there's some satellites up there that help them do that too. But the four the four shields have been attacked. Okay, the four Titan shields are being attacked. So after that, phase goes to Russia, and then we have Intech, which we already saw Intech, right? We have Intech and Shift. These two go to Antarctica, where there's another Titan shield facility to protect it. And everybody fights. Phase fights his. Shield and Intake fight there. They're able to take them down. And then we hit up with Ember. And Ember happens to notice, hey, what is that trail of coming from space? There's a heat trail that she can see, right? Because she has thermal vision. And she sees it. She goes to investigate. And she follows the trail. And the trail leads her to none other than Stratus. And when she gets to where Stratus' position is, she sees, and that'll be in Ecuador, y'all. So in Ecuador, so we have Ember and Stratus, and they take out another Galaxian, right? They work together to take out one. And then, believe it or not, Pulse. So this is Pulse, and Pulse goes to Indonesia, West Sumatra, Indonesia, and he basically attacks the Galaxian there, right? He's able to take that Galaxian down basically by pulling the antenna off his head. And when he does that, it's like partially blind because insects use their antenna out actually, I'm gonna say to taste the air like snakes do, but to feel the vibrations and whatnot. Then Commander Trimble, which I don't have pictures of Commander Trimble, but I can tell you that he comes from a race of people that look similar to this, right? But this is actually Gravite. And Gravite is the one that sent Commander Trimble to the proximity of what our solar system is to find the ceremonial orbs. And then after that, that's when we immediately go into the gifts of power ceremony. There are a lot of people like I don't think they necessarily understand that this is a cosmic ceremony. So this ceremony doesn't happen like other ceremonies, right? It happens cosmically. So it's across multiple dimensions simultaneously. And we start off with none other than Stratus. And Stratus learns about basically, y'all. I'm speeding through, but I want you guys to feel it. Stratus learns about liquids, gas, vapor, correction, gas, liquids, and solids. So those gas, liquids, and solids, he can use efflumium to affect those. All right. And if you want to know more, y'all just go to my store. Right. I got a bundle out there. I also have the books individually. We got stickers. We got all kind of things. Go to flux-zodiac.com and look up the characters if you want to know about each character. Or just follow me on one of these other social medias. Okay, so after we get finished with Stratus, right? We go to Ember, and we find her experiencing the gifts of power ceremony, and she has all of these fires around her, right? And she basically learns about exothermic reactions, right? It's a different way of looking at fire. So we've already had the story of how fire breathes on its own, how it takes off on its own. It's a force of nature, all of that stuff, right? Well, what about the exothermic reaction that happens that causes matter, right? And generally it's matter to combust. So basically matter heats up, and when it gets to a certain temperature, it combusts, right? So that's what she has the ability to do. She has the ability, no matter what, no matter how dense no matter how dense the matter is. So let's imagine somebody who an organic being who has dense skin. Well, unless he's cosmically imbued and he can fight off the actual fire itself, then he's gonna burn. And her abilities allow her to be felt long after she's gone. So if she burns you now and that burn doesn't affect you, it'll keep getting hotter and hotter until it becomes an exothermic reaction, which it combusts, and then right, you're on fire. That's basically what I'm trying to get you guys to see. All right, so we move past Ember, and then we go to Gravtate. Gravtate is basically the antagonizer in books 1 and 2. He and his people are, because you have a whole lot of Zodiac Guardians running around, but things are technically out of alignment, and because they're out of alignment, that basically begets chaos. Remember, this is a story about order and chaos versus order, right? So Gravity, he learns about gravity, the fluidity of gravity, and how to add gravitational forces to an object and take away, how to create black holes, how to propel himself. He learns all types of stuff, right? And that's what he experienced in the Gifts of Power ceremony. After that, we go to Friction, the young lady from El Paso, Texas, that lives down the street from me. She learns about chronotemporal spades and ripples, right? So she's basically moving through a time stream. She has I call it the stoplight effect. You know what I mean? Because it's color coded, red, yellow, and green. If something's green, means that hey, it's in a good place. So if somebody's about to unalive, but they're still green, and somebody is about to unalive and they're red, she has to go get the red, because something that the person that's glowing red needs to do still. Okay, I know there's fate, and sometimes if it's green, then it can be course corrected along the way. Somebody else might end up being able to do it. But if the person is glowing red, she has to get over there immediately and at least say that person because they must have something valuable going on. It's just like it's like a sixth sense or a seventh sense, something like that. You know how like you got the spider sense? Well, hers is not a spider sense, it's more of a chrono sense, a temporal sense. If this person, if something happens to this person at this time right now, because they can be red and then 2 days later they can be green. But in this moment right now, that person needs to do something. That's basically what I'm saying, y'all. So that, like she got a little insight, she got a little cosmic awareness going on. All right. So after friction, we move to pulse. And pulse basically learns about energy, right? It's just like it says NRG, right? It's energy. All the different electromagnetic energies, all the electromagnetic energies that basically not surround our planets, but like the magnetic field. So he can siphon from the magnetic field, if you will, and he can do certain things like sonics, vibrations. He can even channel lightning. You know what I mean? Anything that's within the electromagnetic spectrum. That's what basically Pulse goes and learns. All right. After that, we get back to Intech. Remember, Intech had just became a senior order, but we actually, going back to find out what it was he was doing. His coffee is delicious. All right, so Intech basically when he went through, he found out about creation, building something from nothing. Right? So you have to have creativity to do that. He's gifted with the quantum bands that allow him to create anything he needs, any equipment, any tools he needs to basically accomplish his mission, right? As long as he theoretically, as long as he understands the theory behind it and the ideology behind this equipment. So he can't just make something from nothing, okay, y'all? He has to be able to understand like the ins and outs of, maybe how it works, the mechanisms, not everything, but basically the gist of it. Like, I don't know how the mechanics of a car run, but not the full mechanics, but I understand like the basic simples. So I would be able to create a car if I had his quantum bands. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Where we at? Okay, so after that we go to phase, and phase is learning about density. Okay, he wakes up in the down near the core of the earth where the pressure is unbearable. He's actually exposed to the nickel the nickel core. I forgot how I worded, but it's a treasure, y'all. Um, why does Earth have so much life on it? It's because of what's in our core. And I mentioned it when during his time, but I didn't want you guys to look at it really like that because there's something else I need to connect to it before I fully explain it. So I got to move past that. But anyway, he learns about density, right? Um, Density and the different variation, like being intangible, how to grow to a certain size. But he does get a warning that he shouldn't do multiple compressions, right? Those compressions he do, the density compressions to increase the density of his skin because he's a human and the humans were not supposed to get this power. Even though they're intelligent enough to manipulate it, they were not supposed to get it. So he has that one little glitch when it comes to his ceremonial orb. We go to Shift, right? And Shift is into she changes into everything. She learns about all the DNA strands, the nucleotides, and how to move them around so that she can create the life form that she chooses. She also learns how to amalgamate. Amalgamate is basically if you guys look at a griffin, how it has the eagle's head, the lion's body, the wings. That's what she can do. She can mix animals, mix and match animals to create what it is that she wants to. So she's extremely creative, and she does have the abilities once she's captured somebody's DNA sequence. Now, after going through the Gifts of Power ceremony, or taking you guys back to the Gifts of Power ceremony, we had to come back to today's date, right? So here we meet Asita, artificial intelligence, simulacrum information technology assistant. She was definitely attempting to go through the Gifts of Power ceremony, but she was stopped and the fusion approached her, was basically about to decode in her, all right, and absorb her into the fusion matrix. But what happened was he decided against it when he started talking to her. He found out that basically she was the human's assistant. Okay, and that's kind of how she sold it to him. He gave her a crux, told her that she would be more than she is now once the reboot process had completed. Once the reboot process was over, Asita became more, and then that's when we jumped to Jackson Swade, which is the second half of the Gemini Zodiac Guardians, and he experienced the ability to show his human face again. So the quantum quartz on his face dripped away. He also had talked to Sita. He finds out that she no longer talks the way she used to, like an automated voice. She talks more, with more heart. It's almost like she has experience and character now. So he's listening to her, and she almost sounds human to him. And she say things like us and we now. So she's inclusive now. She didn't used to be inclusive. She used to be more of an assistant to him, and he was his own entity. But now that she has the crux from the fusion, angelic celestial, she now refers to both of them as us and we. I thought that was going to be kind of dope, y'all. So I kind of put that in there. Now, after we got through with Adam, because that was a long process, her and Adam, what they had to go through. They had to talk, and I showed the video last week, but you guys had to know that these guys were going to be talking to each other, and I gave you the I don't want to say the intimacy because she's an AI, but they both stuck in the same body. So let's use that word intimate, right? I had to show the intimacy between both of them, how one felt this way, one felt this way, but at the same time, they understand, like, yo, we got something bigger to take care of. Right. And then we jumped to chapter 3, right? Last week. So the karma video didn't work. I don't know. Maybe when I exported it from the Final Cut Pro, it was slow, right? It was slower. Maybe I had messed with the speed or something and I slowed it down. And that's on me, y'all. That's on me. But so far, that was the only clip like that. So again, we're gonna move forward and hopefully Nexxa works, right? All right. So yesterday or Saturday last week, we went through karma. And basically, karma, she's an alpha guardian, so she does not experience the gifts of power ceremony, right? Because everything's out of alignment. Remember, I keep saying everything's out of alignment. So since she didn't experience the gifts of power ceremony, karma is basically her coronation starts that day. She's about to become the queen of Pisces, and the planet is attacked. One of the moons shatters, or it fragments, rather. It doesn't shatter, it fragments. And her mom and her dad, they both go to fight. So Stygian and Harmony go to fight her. And believe it or not, well, they go to fight whatever attacked their planet. And her mom pushes her into a portal. All right. And we found out last Saturday where that portal led. That portal led to paradise. And paradise is the one true earth, which is the one we live on. Not the multiversal earths and the other planets that are earth like. No, no, no. This one real earth. And it's all earths are not sitting at the same point throughout the universe in the same space. That's not true. Okay. So what we're doing for multiversal, that's why we can't get to the multiverse, because you got to travel. All right. You have to travel to get to the multiverse. And in the flux continue, you have to travel basically outside the astro zodiac circle. And that means you have to get past the constellations to get to all of this multiversal, because multiverse isn't just multiverse. It's not contingent on one person and every choice that person make. Then that would be too much, y'all. The universe can't accomplish that. Even though you got to think bigger than we think, okay? Bigger than the regular humans think, you would still have to take a look at the multiverse and say, there are, I think they say there's 8 billion people on the planet. 8 billion people making choices every day, all day, whether to go left, whether to go right, whether to go up, go down. And each one of these is a timeline that's splitting up. That's illogical. So I'm here to help you guys with that. That's why Flux is more down to earth, okay? What there are, and remember, I just got through talking to you guys about friction. So friction has almost like a cosmic insight. I call it a temporal insight, because there are things that are red, yellow, and green. If it's green, it's flowing with the regular flow of time. If it's yellow, There could be a hiccup coming. Something is happening. We need to focus on this yellow. If somebody's red, or if there's something that's red and friction can see it, that means whatever's going on is crucial to the timeline, or we can end up with a split in the timeline at that point. Now, I don't know what the other major corporations, Marvel, DC, and how all of them do it, because I'm in the flux, right? All right, and this is what I do. So I kind of not, I don't look at the way they do things. I look at the way I'm doing it. And each multiverse is under one of the zodiac influences. So you can't just have everybody, 8 billion people, and that's just us now. Now, what I need more people to think about, this is crazy. What if there are people or other societies in the world? That means that each one of those societies, whether they go left or right, it's a multiverse too. So I mean, when you explain it, yeah, I know they kind of dumb it down, but that's illogical. That's illogical for every human, for every sentient life form that makes a decision to be able to affect the time stream. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Not to be, but remember, I spent 12 years doing this, y'all. So that didn't make sense to me. But what did make sense, there are certain things that because of fate and destiny that need to happen. It's already pre-written, right? Right? We got the Bible, y'all. It's already pre-written, right? So when those things are in jeopardy of happening, like for instance, nobody alien should ever come to the planet Earth. If somebody alien showed up in the planet Earth, that means somebody who was probably supposed to do something won't do it because now they're into the alien lore. Just something to think about. But anyway, y'all, we get past Karma, right? Karma comes to Earth. She's pushed through the portal. She exits the portal. I want to say she's in the Michigan Lake Michigan somewhere. Let me see. She tastes delicious. She will the cop. Oh, wrong one, wrong one. Uh, Let me see. She comes up on the forces from the portal, switches to the surface only when she exits the water. Paradise is the home of humans. Okay, so y'all, she basically exits the portal in the Hudson Bay, y'all. That's in Canada. That's where she actually exits the portal. So in Hudson Bay, when she comes up, um, she keeps diving back into the water because when she exited the portal, the bands of order, those are the weapons she needs to use to be at a cosmic level. Oh yeah, basically, right? She can't get to those. And since she can't get to those, what she does is, she has to come up for air eventually. She comes up for air, she goes back. She comes up for air, she goes back. And ultimately the bands are gone. Okay. But she was doing her best to get them, but when she exited, they were right in her grasp, and then boom, they were gone. So that's basically what happened for Karma. Today, however, yeah, this is oh, it's not too long, but it's not too long, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and get into Nexxa today. And Nexxa is about, if y'all guys remember Nexxa, she was at the beginning of book one. Imagine that, right? And we just basically talking about her. She was at the beginning of book one. She's considered an alpha guardian as well. And as an alpha guardian, she's not going through what the gifts of power ceremony. So that means she was always doing whatever. She got an alert that somebody was in the bridge of world. They was near the armory or whatever. So she wondered, one, how did they get to the bridge of worlds, which is outside of time and space, right? And secondly, she was wondering, like, who is it? Because they have to be insanely powerful to be here. So she goes to investigates, and when she gets there, she finds out that these are, or is she gonna do that now? Oh, so yeah, she finds out that she's basically outmatched, like heavily outmatched, and she has a widget, right? A weapons cache, a cosmic weapon cache that keeps alerting her that she needs to find, reassemble the Zodiac Guardian, because on her way to the Bridge of Worlds, she actually saw what transpired. She saw the planet of Cancer being swallowed by like a black hole, right? It, there was just like a space and a spot in space that just it opened. But again, you guys got to read to find out how that happened. Okay, I don't want to tell you that over and over again, but that happened for a reason. That planet was swallowed. It exited out in our universe, right? In like our dimension, in the dimension of paradise, but it's still in this constellation of Cancer. And when it came out, what it did was the reason a planet was able to survive falling through a wormhole like that is because it had the ceremonial orbs on the planet. And though they didn't protect the surface so much, they protect the continuity or the consistency of the entire planet. And that's why the planet was able to survive, y'all. Now, what we're getting ready to do is we're about to get into Nexa, y'all. And she's up next, y'all. Nexa's up next. She's gonna holler at you guys for a minute. You're gonna find out what's going on with her and what's going on in Virgo right now, in the constellation of Virgo. Okay. I'm gonna put this on, let you guys rock with it, and then we'll be back. Okay. Nexxa, Bridge of Worlds, Virgo, Spica, Alpha Virginis, 4D.R03-C0F. Zodiac Guardians must unite the treasures. The cosmic dynamo must be reset, which it repeats to Nexxa several times before she notices the vitality meter is down. The entities emit gamma, obsidian, soul, and psionic energies. They register at the extreme end of the network. Since the intruders arrived at the Bridge of Worlds, they've been searching for something. Nexxa has discovered their plans, has caused her to jeopardize her safety by getting too close. As she attempts to put distance between her and the intruders, Widget's meter reaches 5% and automatically disengages cloaking tech. Nexxa attempts to hide her presence by opening a portal to her level. Even though she's far away from the intruders, she feels her strength slipping away. She mentally requests information from Widget. Widget, what is happening? I'm not feeling so well. Taste, and she wields a cosmic treasure. The villain named Expire had begun feeding on Nexa's essence. She's a twisted version of Warbringer that once possessed the cosmic inverter life, a being that fell to the addiction of prana parasitic, the consumption of bioessence. While Nexa attempts to regain her composure, the entity demands on her position. A stream of beams ring in Nexa's head, which warns her of the intruder's positions. It also prioritizes the enemy's threat levels. Expire is currently the biggest problem. She can stop Expire from feeding on Nexa, but can't become a weapon of combat and protector. Nexa activates the PGM in which it responds. Threat imminent. PGM active. Weapon level 3. Neuro Terminus Omega. NTO authorized. When the action starts, so much happens so fast. Nexa is agile and dodges the initial destructive blast, countering with amazing accuracy. The NTO blaster discharges strings of omega intensity neurodampening rounds. She's able to hit 3 of the intruders. Expire, radiant, decay are temporarily incapable. When she lands, Maze is waiting on her. She immediately enters a horrific situation. Maze warps reality around Nexus' arms with ravenous mouths biting into her body. Her constructs are physical in nature and can be extremely lethal. Widget beeps warnings after warnings, but there's nothing Nexa can do. The arms hold her firmly to the surface. As Maze approaches Nexa, he rants and cackles illogical nonsense. You bright and you have Maze's eyes. It is glorious here in your kingdom. Can Maze see your treasure? When he asked for the treasure, Nexa knew she had reached second sight. The 3 entities taken down by the NTO are recovering, which made her odds even worse. As May focused attention on Widget, Nexa something must be done now. Though she's being restrained by unconventional means, Widget is functioning and hasn't been immobilized. Widget, portal, Carnelian core. Widget opens a miniature portal below Nexa, dispersing the arms, immobilizing her. When the portal to the core closes, Nexa initiates the Omni compression protocol. Widget, core projection shutdown, Alpha Virginis 4D.R03-C0F. With only seconds before the intruders locate her position, Nexus sets a black hole bomb. The projection of all that resonates in dimension 4D.R03-C0F is omnidigitized through the Carnelian and compressed into quantum code. The code is transferred into the Carnelian core, increasing the cosmic inverter's capabilities astronomically. Once the shutdown procedure starts, Nexa has 30 seconds before the entity will be able to finish. It will take Widget 60 seconds to finalize omnidigitation, then 3 seconds more to reboot.
as dimension 4D.R03-C0F is omni-digitized into a quantum crypto-binary hieroglyphic code. Entities arrive in less than 25 seconds. Their attack is merciless. If not for the PGM, she would be dead. Its portal redirect capabilities keep the enemy in defense mode. After 68 seconds, Widget has completed all necessary procedures. When the quantum prism slides into its housing, Nexxa activates the black hole bomb. The bomb's unexpected explosive force surprised the intruders, violently removing them from their positions. This gives Nexxa only seconds to initiate a Hail Mary protocol to Widget. Widget, Portal 911, Zodiac Shaft. As Maze and Radiant contain the black hole's power, the Zodiac Shift protocol engages. DK recovers and sends a lethal blast of decayed essence into Nexa's arm and chest, damaging the PGM and causing the portal to become unstable. Nexa vanishes into the portal, taking the entirety of Dimension 4.R03-C0F with her.
What? All right, y'all. So we back. And yeah, as you heard, that's Nexa, right? So now that we already see that Nexa, first of all, she's the only one that was able to look from an external view and watch what activated the Gifts of Power ceremony. Okay. When she was on her way to the Bridge of Worlds on a sky cycle, she looked up and she saw Cancer being swallowed by a wormhole. Now, when she gets there, she finds out that there are four intruders. I don't know if I actually put in here who the intruders are. I think I put it in yeah, in book one, who the intruders were. Expire, DK, Maze, and Radion, right? And these guys are dark matter anti-gods. I introduced them, give you a little something about what they could do before we really get into what they can do. But anyway, that's what happened. They ran up on they were basically looking for the Cornelian it's basically Virgo's treasure. That's what it is, right? And the only way these universes or these introverses, these little dimensions can exist, they need a treasure, a divine, or yeah, I don't want to call it cosmic because it's greater than cosmic, okay? It's like somebody took a piece of the firmament, right? And they smoothed it out so that there could be something could grow here, basically, right? That's kind of how you look at it. Like when you build when you go out into the yard and you smooth certain out, you want these type of flowers here because you can't use this soil. That's kind of for this dimension to flourish. They needed to smooth that part of the firmament out and make it happen. And Virgo now, Nexus is getting ready to shut it down, right? So when Nexus or Virgo's treasure has the ability to not computerize but digitize, okay? It can digitize the entire dimensional realm. Now imagine seven solar systems together, our seven solar systems. We can barely fathom how far it is to walk 3-4 miles. So we can only, just I guess be wowed by seven different solar systems, right? Well, she digitized all of that. The Cornelian core can handle way more than that, okay? And I know you guys gonna find out about the Cornelian core later when we get into like the full destruction of everything that's going on, book 8, 9, and 10, something like that. But right now, just try to remember Virgo is extremely important because they have the Cornelian core. All right, but anyway, they attack her, y'all, and I show y'all that like they're merciless. She already knows that she's outmatched. It's understood. It's understood. So basically, her job is to portal out of there. And as you guys saw, she did a what did she call it? A zodiac something. Let me see. Ah, widget portal 911 zodiac shift. So if you look at Nexa, I don't want to really compare her to other characters out there, but like I told you guys in the beginning, she has OCD, and not only does she have OCD, she's a thinker, she's a planner. um, I'm not gonna say that she plans for every different occasion, but she tries. She tries to have a plan that has a backup plan that has two more backup plans, okay? And one that probably doesn't have anything to do with all of those plans, but that's one of her backup plans. So that's just how Nexa is. And when we get into her own character and we start talking about her and what's going on in Virgo and all of that, you guys will get to see what type of character she is, because that's when I spend more time informing you guys of the individual character. Right now, book 1 and 2, I'm letting you know the things that transpire for both of these Zodiac factions to get into it. Remember, we do have an agitator that's moving around right now too in book 2. And that's pretty much it, y'all. That brings us to what transpired. And she basically did a 911 Zodiac shift, which took her somewhere. So even where that took her, she's already planned for it, y'all. Think about that. She already knew that this was going to happen, and she already planned for it. Well, she didn't know that this actual instance was going to happen, but she always felt that somebody would come. Remember, she's strong and she's powerful, but she's not like all encompassing, like OPs. No, no, no. She's not like that. She has to fight you with the least force available. Basically, like if you pull out a sword, she got to fight with a sword. You pull out a gun, she get to fight with a gun. She can't just do everything she wants to, but she is the protector or the defender of Virgo, and the Bridge of Worlds and the Carnelian Core happen to be under her tutelage, or her responsibilities, y'all. But that's pretty much that happening. So after she dipped, right? So imagine as she was portaling away, the entire like everything just went to like white. Just imagine it. Everything just went to white. All the stars are gone. um, Everything that was a part of the dimension of Virgo vanished. So she basically just left those four entities that was chasing her out in empty white space. That's what happened. And then she went somewhere. And we're gonna find out where she went. Okay. But tomorrow we're gonna do Fame. All right. I don't know if you guys know who Fame is. This is Fame. And Fame, when it comes to power sets and whatnot, if you look at Justice League, they have Superman, right? If you look at what do you call those guys? The Avengers, they have Thor. Now I know y'all on this Captain Marvel, but I mean, nah, pimping, nah, Thor, right? They heavy hitter. Captain Marvel just she don't have the context to be that powerful, y'all. I mean, she could be that powerful, but she's more like powerful like the Sentry. Like the Sentry is amazingly powerful, but he's not Thor. You feel what I mean? So Fang is my heavy hitter, y'all. This is the guy when he shows up, like it goes down. Okay? It goes down. When Fang shows up, it goes down. He is, to me, he can fight Thor, he can fight the Hulk, he can fight Superman, he can fight all them guys, man. And if you really want to know, and you really want to put the context in the right place, Fang is a dragon, but he's half dragon and half elemental. So just that power alone. And I know I don't normally do this because I don't normally dissect other characters on Flux time, but I'm gonna go ahead into Thor. If y'all know about the Thor lore or some of the stuff that surrounds Thor, his father is Odin. We don't know technically. I think they tried to clear everything up, but I want to say the Phoenix is his stepmom and Gaia is his real mom. So if you look at the power of Gaia and you look at the power of Odin, even if you did that with Odin and the Phoenix too, right? This guy is on another level of the game. Thor is on another level of the game. Now, and you take Superman, okay? He's Kryptonian. He's from an advanced race. And I think most people don't understand why Superman's so strong. I guess maybe because they haven't clarified it yet. But my understanding is Superman holds, if I say this right, the genetic code for every Kryptonian that can ever be born. That has to make him more powerful than everybody else around him. It has to. He's holding the genetic code of everybody from his race. To me, that equals like Gaia's power. You feel what I mean? So this guy is on some supercharged, some other level of the game stuff. That's why Superman is so powerful. That's why he can't be beat. That's why him and Thor, same mentality, right? They keep fighting, and even if they lose, they keep fighting. Why? Because of what's inside of them. So Fang is like that. Fang is half dragon. His father is basically, I don't want to, a god with the small g, like Zeus and all of them. He's like twice as powerful as them. He's twice as powerful as Odin because he's the king of the dragons. And dragon, a regular dragon, is about as powerful as one of the gods, if you will. Ra, Zeus, all of those guys. That's how powerful a regular dragon is. This is king of the dragons, Fang's father. And then Fang's father married an elemental, a first generation elemental, back when the power of they call it the primordial powers that were being disseminated throughout all the different societies and gods and elementals, everything, right? She is so powerful that like she could cause an ice age on our planet. I mean, like I got that from Godzilla, but I'm saying she can cause the planet to become desert. She can cause all kind of things because she's a first generation elemental. That means she holds all four elements: fire, wind, water, fire, air, water. What's the other one? Earth, earth, earth. And ultimately, to me, if you combine all of those, that basically means you can control the forces of nature. I could be wrong, but that's kind of how I look at it. And if you take that and you look at what's his name? Fame, then you will see the power. That's all I'm saying, y'all. You can see the power set, and he's a descendant of both of those who came together. So the King of Dragons and a first generation elemental, and Fang has all of his power in him, yet he hasn't even tapped into it. So we're gonna find as we journey through the 12 books how powerful Fang actually becomes, y'all. Okay? So when I say he can fight Superman, when I say he can fight Thor, that's how powerful he is. But he's not there yet, y'all. He has to get there, right? Again, he's been on a cloak island his entire life for over 1,000 years. So he hasn't been challenged enough to tap into those abilities. But as we journey through the 12 books, you guys gonna have to see how powerful Fame becomes. Um, yeah, y'all, and that's pretty much it, man. That's what I brought to the world today. That's what Flux is giving out. Want you guys to know, like we do this Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays. I am thinking about doing something on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays, probably from another one of the social medias, TikTok or something like that. Also, my Patreon, I'm actually still building it. You can go out there and start looking. I got about 3, 4 posts out there, but I want to build it. I want to put a lot of stuff in there so that when you go, depending on what tier you get, then that depends on how much information you get to be exposed to when it comes to Flux. But I'm working on it, y'all. Um, Thank everybody who showed up today. For those people who stopped through to say what's up, those people who stopped through and gave me a wave and a whole nine. Thank y'all. Whatnot. Um, you guys got my store. I will tell you this, whatnot. I will be moving differently. I think somebody was telling me I was on mute. No volume on my end. FYI, hello from San Antonio, Tech. What up, Brand? So, hey, y'all, I'm going to put this up on the screen. Y'all can see from hello from San Antonio, Texas. One of my partners, he looked up for me. And again, y'all, I'm new at all of this streaming live. So, again, sometimes I might hit the mute button by mistake. My bad, y'all, on Facebook and all the other social medias. But, hey, I just want y'all guys to know that we'll be here tomorrow, right? Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays. If you guys are on Whatnot, you can go and check out my store. If you guys are on TikTok or one of the other social media, hey, I'm on the work. We working on the store. Hopefully they'll hit us back and let us know. I did a lot of work on that TikTok store, the same way I did a lot of work on that Whatnot store. So y'all guys go check out Whatnot. But if you're on one of the other platforms besides TikTok and Whatnot, y'all can go check me out at flux-zodiac.com, or you can go out to my Patreon. It'll be flux_chaos. Everything, you can go to any social media, you type in flux_chaos, and most likely I'll pop up. Okay. The Flux Continuum will pop up. We've been on a 12 years journey. We had sold 10,000 books. Our next goal, that was in 2020, we started. So we sold a total of 12,000 books, not physical books, y'all. I wish we did. But we did sell a total of 10,015, I think 10,017, something like that. Because we got a lot of ebooks and stuff out there, which y'all can get off my website. You can get off my Patreon. You can get off any digital platform. My book's on every digital platform. If you somebody who got like some extreme VIP and you want to go and check me out at the Library of Congress, we out there too. So hopefully these guys are keeping a I guess an amount of books I'm selling so that maybe one day we can hit that million sold. And all because of you guys came and y'all's, just the little time y'all gave or the shares and the follows and the notification, all of that, it works, y'all. It works. So I'm gonna keep building this story. I'm on book 5. And I know I've been saying it for like 4 months, y'all, but it's hard doing it all, right? So I get when I do have a little time, I definitely jump on and I might give myself 2-3 hours of writing. And then you never know, I might get a call that says, hey, you need to prioritize something else, and then I got to get to it. Okay. So I want y'all to know book 5 is coming. It's almost done. Book 4 is ready. It just needs to be edited, and then we keep it moving. So as you guys come in, as you guys support, ultimately we'll be able to put out all 12 books. All right, y'all. After all of that, I know I ran you guys crazy, just yap, 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 yap. Go check out my store. Come check out these books. Come find out which one of these Zodiac Guardians you relate with the best. Okay? Here they go. These are your Zodiac Guardians. I need to find a bigger picture, but these are your Zodiac Guardians. Okay? These are your bad guys. They'll be in book 3. And these are my 3 books. You can find them, like I said, on all digital platforms. Stratus for Aquarius, Karma for Pisces, Ember for Aries, Pulse, Taurus, Asita, one half of the Gemini, Adam, second half of the Gemini, Gravtate, Cancer, Shift, Leo, Nexxa, Virgo, Intake, Libra, Friction, Scorpio. Here we go, y'all. And this is who we'll be talking about tomorrow. Fame, Sagittarius. Big shout out to all the Sagittarius. My wife's a Sagittarius. She told me she loved his character when she first saw him. So I I can't help but, get giggles about it. And then we have Capricorn, y'all. We have phase for Capricorn. So each one of y'all got Zodiac Guardian. Y'all swing through. You can go at fluxdazzodiac.com. Go look up the character profiles. Go learn about the characters. Or you can do me a solid, purchase the books, and all the books have glossaries, or the first 3 books have glossaries and have character bios at the end. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. I don't like to keep people. I don't like to be yapping just for the heck of it. Hold y'all back. But thank y'all for showing up today. Thanks everybody for showing. Shout out to my man Brian. Thank you for letting me know about that mic. I appreciate it. I'll be giving you a call in a couple of minutes because I missed your call yesterday. Why? I just want to throw it out there because I was streaming on TikTok. Last night I streamed on TikTok. We don't know when we're gonna be streaming all the time. Again, y'all, we still looking at the schedule and how things gonna rock. But we're gonna spend a lot of time online, y'all. We're gonna give y'all plenty opportunity to become one of these influxes. And what is an influxer? That's somebody that roll with me. That's somebody who flux with it. Okay? I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Y'all take care of yourself. And peace.
Our ceremonial orbs have been activated and man has acquired ancient power not meant for the earthly realm. Those empowered have now been thrust into a cataclysmic chain of events leading to the destruction of Earth. It has been compromised, and otherworldly realms are aware of our planet's location. The 12 must traverse time, space, alien planets, new realities, and other realms. Save all of creation. The Flux Continuum. www.flux-zodiac.com @flux_chaos.